Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Toronto Rd and I'm back in the building. Listen, that little weasel, Coach GoodGameBro, tried to keep me out of the last video, but never again. Well, I mean, technically he can take me out whenever he wants to, but not on my watch, buddy. Did you see the defense in last episode? Trash. What does that smell like? Well, it smelled like Coach GoodGameBro. Also trash. Listen, everyone's been doing the hashtag Coach Toronto Rd movement, and when you're doing that, we are just out here, we're building, we're swelling, and all that will lead to one thing. Me coaching. Look, the Mounties are 9-2 in the season, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because Coach GoodGameBro is going to ruin it. Facing a really tough team right now. They're facing the Cleveland Browns, and listen, they're 8-3. Myles Garrett looks like me without a shirt. Incredibly physically fit. Unlike Coach GoodGameBro. The Browns are better. They're just completely better. They're so much better. And their coach, Kevin Stefanski, is so much better than Coach GoodGameBro. I'm out of here.
As we get ready to face the Cleveland Browns this week, we are now looking at the playoff picture. And surprise, we're the #1 team in the AFC. If the playoffs were to end today, we'd be facing the winner of the Cleveland Browns versus Baltimore Ravens, but also the Jets and Steelers, Broncos and Patriots are all in the playoffs. On the NFC side, it's the Cowboys and Cardinals, the Saints, the Packers, the Seahawks, and the Panthers, and the Minnesota Vikings. This Week 13 matchup, though, against the Cleveland Browns is about to be a doozy because Myles Garrett, 99 overall, Nick Chubb, also a 99 overall, Denzel Ward, a 94, Wyatt Teller, a 92, Austin Hooper, 90. I mean, look at these dudes. They even have Odell still, and he's actually still getting the ball thrown to him from Baker. So Baker's an 89, doing pretty well. They are really good. Also, what's really weird is they actually drafted Adrian Brinkley, one of the top running backs in this past draft, to sit behind Chubb. So even if he gets injured, they still got a stud there. The yearly awards race has sort of dropped so far, and you can see Russell Wilson's leading, even though his team is 6-5, with Kamara, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott. But I'm looking for my boy Joseph Burrow, and I don't see him. But hey, Coach GoodGameBro's up here for Coach of the Year, #2 right now, but soon to be #1. But shout out to Brian Flores, who's at the Jets, which, I mean, at least he's not going to get fired by them for going 8-4. Now, Joe Burrow may not be up for MVP or Offensive Player of the Year, but he is second right now to Lamar Jackson for best quarterback in the league. So that makes me happy. And the best running back, well, Kasim Gooden 6, so there's a lot of room to make up for him. But he was injured for a little bit. I get it. I mean, look, Burrow's having a pretty good year so far. 23 touchdowns, 10 picks, I get, but 2,600 yards for this part of the season. The dude's playing well. And Gooden, as we head into Week 13, is at 814 yards, averaging 81 yards per game with 8 touchdowns. He's really close to getting again over that 1,000-yard mark. In the next 2 games, he should be there. And it's a little update on the receiving side. Percy Battle, 46 grabs on 876 yards and 9 touchdowns. DK Metcalf, 45 for 732 and 9 touchdowns as well. Those 2 dudes really leading the charge because we've got 2 touchdowns by Tanyan, 3 by Miller, and then not a single one by anybody else. Let's see what we can do against this Browns team. The Browns team is, I guess, from a rating standpoint, one of the best in the league. They're an 85 overall. Again, one of the highest in the entire NFL. They have got 99s all over the place, and we got to shut them down today. Nick Chubb is dominating the NFL right now. He's got about 1,400 yards coming into the game with double-digit touchdowns. Again, he's a monster, and rightfully so. We've got to figure out how to shut him down, which is, I mean, almost impossible. What is almost impossible is for our team to cover literally anybody. JC Jackson is sprinting. We're going to get Bryant out of the 6-yard line, but what are we doing out here? I mean, we were home in front of our fans. This is just inexcusable. We've got to find a way to shut them down. And Nick Chubb is one of the toughest players in the league to stop. I'm going to play the pass here. I don't think they're going to run in this one. Okay, I was wrong. They are running, and well, it's Nick Chubb. So what do you expect is going to happen? They're in the end zone. The run games is something we've been relying on a lot, and honestly, I want to run away from Myles Garrett as much as humanly possible. He is a very scary human being because he's physically fit, just like Toronto Rd. Our secret weapon is Percy Battle, and we want to try to run some short routes today to really offset what Cleveland's going to be doing with that bad man right there. But look at Joseph Burrow showing the legs off. There's a late hit, ref. Call that. Burrow picks up 9, though, easily getting us a first down. Going back to the run game here. Solid blocking. He actually got a guy thrown into his pathway, and Gooden gets stopped short, but still he does well. But oh no, Kappa just pulled a butt cheek muscle. He's out. I'm hoping it's a Charlie horse. We've all been there before. You make a move, all of a sudden your booty cheek locks up, and then you're down for the count. So hopefully that man's back sooner rather than later. Speaking of something, we got a tight end. That's a big grab. He gets the first down, I believe. Okay, so the refs actually hate us and call that a little bit short, but you know what? We got home cooking right now. We can go ahead and get this first down. The refs Give him something good. Oh, look at Good. Looking good and stretching his way down to the 40-yard line. Well, we got bad news. Kappa, he's got a broken collarbone. Time for Oglesby to get some time. It's not ideal to have a major player go out, especially on the side of the line that Myles Garrett is on. So we'll just kind of see what happens there. But look at Kasim Good and saying, I'll run that side and pick up big yards still. So far, so good, though. Burrow's feeling, gotta imagine, pretty good right now. Myles Garrett stepping up. We got a big opportunity here with DK, and that one's thrown a little bit out of bounds. Myles Garrett is absolutely a problem today, and he's the one guy that I'm absolutely a little nervous about. We're gonna switch this up. 3rd and 3. Don't need a whole lot of yards, just a little bit to get a first. I see you, big fella. What a dot to Italian who picks up the first down to the 11. We actually came in with a game plan today to, again, scheme around and away from Myles Garrett. Then he switches sides of the line, which makes things a little bit more complicated, but still Kasim Gooden is going to push forward down to the 1-yard line. Again, he's killing it. 1-yard line. Cleveland's packing it in pretty tight, but I mean, the way our offensive line is somehow blocking this defensive line from Cleveland, I like our chances. Kasim Gooden is in the end zone just like that. Now, we've had some issues defensively. We're giving up way too many points, in my opinion, this season, but we're gonna see what we can do here. Nick Chubb trying to get to the outside, but we got multiple people there ready to meet him. Our biggest problem, though, is really covering all the guys they have as options for receiving. That is one thing we're gonna try to stop today. Baker out here running like crazy, gets rid of it smartly. Baker's only completed 1 pass today, but it was for 63 yards, so you can't really hate on the man too much right now. Watching the underneath stuff. Baker steps up. He's gonna throw one, but he gets hit immediately there. We got Josh Spiegel actually injured, but Ioannidis is coming up big yet again. Actually misspoke. Spiegel was hurt in a recent game, but he is actually back for today's game. So we do have him in the ball game this afternoon, which is, again, always a W. Look at Kasim Gooden, gets caught from behind, but still gets positive gain. The running games actually worked really well so far against Cleveland. Part of our big game plan today. Percy Battle underneath is going to try to get some yards forward. He does go, but it's not enough. The throw came out probably not exactly where Burrow wanted it, but again, he still completed it. It's just he hits this guy a little bit more in the target. That one is well more than a first down at that point. It's been really interesting the last couple of weeks, sort of seeing how we were more run heavy than pass happy, and that's kind of wild considering, again, the makeup of our team, but whatever works, you know? Burrow feels the pressure. Burrow's out here running. He's got, I think, Clowney chasing him, and he's out of bounds safely. A lot of people in the box here for Cleveland. Burrow sees the pressure, slides out of there a little bit, throws one that's dicey, and it's going to be right in front of a guy, but it's complete. We've got a really close game so far, but somehow we're keeping right neck and neck with Cleveland. Burrow's gonna go back under center, hands this one off. Seemed Gooden out here to the edge, pushing his way through. I think he got about 9 or 10 on that carry. Gooden just a yard shy of 60 so far in just a little over a quarter's worth of work. That's great production from the young fella. And again, put some more respect on the man's name as he's letting these dudes know he's real. Big play here inside the 10. Burrow is absolutely feeling the pressure. Joe Burrow's out here running. Joseph Burrow gets a great block on the edge by Anthony Miller. He's in the end zone for a big touchdown. Not even Myles Garrett could catch him. We got a lead here early, and again, a lead against this team is an absolute W. Baker Mayfield back in shotgun with Chubb to his right. Watching Chubb out of the backfield. He goes for a quick little out route there, and that's going to be a big pickup by Donovan Peoples-Jones. Baker underneath center. We're going to play for the run here. They immediately do that. We had a guy in the middle in Cam, but we just couldn't get to him. Chubb absolutely bowls our guys over, and there's Spiegel coming in with a game-saving touchdown. What I was trying to say was a touchdown-saving tackle on that, but you know me, words are hard. We be out here. It's like an I formation here, getting our guys centered a little bit. The play action. They go underneath. We got Spiegel right there. Gonna keep a blitz here so we can get a little bit of pressure. Oh, if they thought it was gonna be a play action, if it was a play action, Baker Mayfield might not get up from that. Playing the pass the entire way here, Cam. Got to watch the middle of the field here with Keanu Neal. Couple of things going deep. We got Jalen Reese back there. Reese is up, and what a great play to deflect that one. We got our thing for Jalen Reese is, look, we don't always need the interception, but we need you to deflect those passes and be aggressive on those plays. With the ball back here after Cleveland actually opted to punt, we end up going for a gain of only 1. And look, I got to be honest, I can't believe they actually went for the punt, but it is what it is. We'll take them playing safe there. We're throwing one deep. We got Percy Battle. And that one was a 50-50 ball. DK Metcalf, if that's him, probably makes it. Percy Battle, still a little young. Doesn't quite come away with it. Greg Newsome gets it instead. So instead of us having a really good drive going, we instead have got to try to stop Cleveland again with the ball right back After punting it away, Spiegel comes up with a big tackle against Chubb. Only a gain of 1 this time for Chubb in that play. 2nd and 9. Baker back under center. They bait us a little bit. They go for a short pass, and Desmond King's all over that one. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. We're playing for the pass here. Camp. Again, watching the mid a little bit here as we run a cover 2. Got the tight end cover, but again, even though we have somebody supposed to be in the flats, they're too far back. We need to get some pressure in the backfield. Some tackles for loss would be great. And look at that, Cam getting his first sack of the game. Gotta love that. We saw in a similar play that we were trying to get in the backfield, and ultimately it worked out that time. While it didn't earlier, it absolutely did there. And look at Poyer come up with the big tackle on Chubb. 3rd down, 13 yards to go. Have our guys sit back a little bit. Look, you don't need to do anything crazy here. Just keep them in front of you. No points is our goal here. They go to the flats, and again, that's not getting you anything. We'll take them doing that all day. We got a minute 48. We don't have to pass the entire time. We can absolutely run the football a little bit here with all of our timeouts and plenty of time on the clock. It seemed Gooden had a gap, but he got a guy blocked right into it. Under center with a minute 30. Burrow again, trying his best to find something. And again, if they're going to give this man some opportunity to run with his legs, he's going to pick those yards up and stop the clock by getting out of bounds. Plenty of time, 7-point lead. Even though we had interception on the last drive, we got plenty of opportunity here. This time, DK Metcalf across the middle picks up a big gain. He's going to have about 12. Minute left. All of our timeouts. We're going to start using them here soon. The pressure's there. We get a throw, and it's Battle who gets out of bounds at the 39. We've been honestly having Burrow roll out towards Myles Garrett, and I'll give our right tackle props. He's doing what he can right now. He's somewhat neutralizing that dude, but you can only do that but for so long. We're actually gonna put Percy Battle on a slant here again. Got Metcalf going deep. Watch the safety a little bit. Burrow gets hit as he throws it, and that's a pick. We just talked about Myles Garrett. He gets to us, and Josh Johnson III is all over that one. If he isn't hit, that's probably a touchdown. That's not what happened. So Burrow with 2 picks in the first half. Don't exactly love that. He's got 12 now on the year. Again, I don't really fault him, but so much on those. We'll pass out of the backfield. We're struggling to keep up with Jarvis Landry. Landry's making a big play and gets hit, but we keep him in bounds. They call their first time out. Playing for the pass the entire way. No shot. They're going to run it here. They want a touchdown. They don't want a field goal. We want to try to get a turnover to make things right. Baker, though, all the pressure in the world. We get a big hit on him by Spiegel, and he throws it out of bounds somehow. 2nd and 10. Love what I'm seeing from the defense so far in this drive. A lot of effort. It's like a halfback screen coming. We're trying to get our guys over there to the edge. We're going to keep him in bounds with a big hit by J.C. Jackson, making Cleveland use their 2nd timeout. This is the big play right here. Can our defense get a stop to force a field goal, or can we force a turnover? That would be even better. Baker feeling the pressure. A lot of guys there. This one is thrown over the head of Justin Reed. They're going to be kicking a field goal on 4th down. And we did lose a little bit of our home field advantage, which would have made it a little bit easier to block kicks. So instead, see what we can do here. This one curves back to the left-hand side. If it didn't, that one was going to be missed, but it's good instead. Going into halftime, this has been a tough one. 2 picks by Burrow, one that was 50-50, one that, again, wasn't really his fault either. It's about protecting him at all costs, and we're not doing that right now. The best news we get, though, is that we get the ball to start second half. So with Gooden in the backfield, Burrow back under center, got a fullback in this time as well, or a tight end turned fullback in Brevin Jordan. We're going to see our guy pick up what looks to be about 5 yards. Solid gain there, 2nd and 5. Trying to go immediately over the middle because they had dudes running at Burrow. It's kind of wild because earlier the offensive line was honestly holding up pretty well, but you can definitely tell now that things are changing. Things are definitely changing. We're going to send DK a little bit deep here, see if he gets 50-50 or one-on-one coverage. He does. I like our chances with DK running deep. DK is going to pull up, and he gets it knocked away. What a play by Denzel Ward. I mean, I can't hate on that. Denzel Ward makes an incredible play, a 50-50 ball. I liked our chances, but Ward makes a heck of a play to keep things alive for Cleveland. Now, I don't know what exactly happened there. I'm hoping it's holding and not a hit on the quarterback, but we're going to see what the refs ultimately say here.
Oh, my dude, you just got pranked.
On who? You're crazy. Look, Charles Omenihu doesn't really make a lot of bad plays. That dude has been really, really good for us, so I don't buy that that's what exactly happened there, but the refs saw what they saw. I think what we need now, though, is a superhuman effort from somebody on offense or defense, whoever it is. We need them to step up and make some big plays. We got a lot of pressure on Baker, and we get the sack. What a play by Desmond King to come in along with Spiegel. 3rd down at enough yards where they could buy a lottery ticket. See what we can do here. Baker, Chubb in the backfield. We're watching the middle. They go for a check down play. We're all over that. I mean, Baker has literally 7 hours in the pocket. He's got a guy running deep. We got Lewis there. No shot. What a hit, though, by King. He almost made that play. We rallied behind the defense. We get a big play. It's 3 now for Cleveland, and we have the ball right back. But we need some offensive production, and we need people to block Clowney and Myles Garrett. Easier said than done. I guess it's technically also easier said than done when your offensive line is kind of banged up right now. So, hate to see it. Seemed good and just trying to find a gap. He does get a couple of yards, which should make it 3rd and manageable. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Couple of guys in here. Oh my God, Myles Garrett is an absolute monster, and I'm scared. Joseph Burrow. Burrow fumbled. I knew it was gonna happen. We were trying. We hit the slide. We hit the slide button, but they didn't want it to happen. This return back to Ohio has been a rough one for Joe Burrow. Turnovers have been prevalent. This has been a defensive game by far. The offenses on both sides are late struggling, as the French might say. They go for the underneath route again. We'll let them have that all day. Austin Hooper only had a couple on that play. We're gonna have Cam patrol the middle. Feels like Nick Chubb is getting the ball here for sure. Trying to get to the edge and set the tone, but what a big hit again by Desmond King, who was all over the run game. Playing the pass 100%. Will Cleveland believe in their kicker with a deep pass if they don't convert this one? Well, we don't have to find that out because they converted. 3rd quarter's winding down. I don't want our defense to be too upset about giving up that play. Things are going to happen. Just bend, don't break here. They're going to Chubb on the edge again. I feel like our defense is doing a pretty good job of containing him. He's averaging 4 yards per carry, but it could be worse. Trying to get the crowd a little hyped up here. We're playing the pass. Obviously, it's Baker. Oh, we left the guy wide open. He didn't see him. He gets hit as he throws, and that's off the hands of Keanu Neal. You got to pick that. Huge plays coming up here. Can we get the job done? Playing the pass again 100%. You don't expect a run on 3rd and 6. They stay true to that. They throw one here. Reese tips it, and he almost got to it, but Keanu Neal blocked it from getting back. So they were a little bit too far out earlier, but this feels manageable for them. It's about a 45-yarder for Cleveland. See if they can go ahead and nail it. This one's up, going left, comes back right, unlike the other one earlier. And that one's going to be good to cut the lead to 1. Offensively, we've been inept this half. It hasn't been good. The turnovers by Burrow, some his fault, some not so much. We have got to do better. And look at Gooden getting us some moves out here. I see you, young fella. 114 on the ground with plenty of time left in the game. Even when Burrow was having more of a struggle game than he's had all season, we're seeing Kasim Gooden just absolutely come up. He's not too far off from getting 1,000 yards on the season. If he doesn't get it today, he's definitely getting it in the next game. I can believe that. We don't want to be too one-dimensional though, so we are going to go up to pass here. Burrow, a lot of time in the backfield. You see him scrambling. He's got a guy deep. He's throwing it. That is not where we wanted. What is going? That went to A, which is Tanyan. Somehow it went to Miller. Hello? I just don't really have a lot of words. We've turned the ball over 4 times today, and we're still leading by 1. Our defense is doing literally everything you could possibly ask of them right now. This is on the offense 100%. They have got to do better. Turning the ball over 4 times. I mean, it's Burrow that's turned it over 4 times today. It's just going to make things dramatically different. Can we get a holding penalty on Donovan Peoples-Jones, please? 3rd quarter is coming down to a close here. We're moving our guys over a little bit. They go with the run of the edge, though. We had guys kind of lined up there, and Spiegel does get the hit to stop him after 2. Cleveland back in a heavy formation here. Looks like I for him. Going with the run to the right-hand side. Nick Chubb is finding gaps, but we have J.C. Jackson filling that gap quickly. Can our defense get a major stop here? We're playing for the pass. Baker is the only guy in the backfield right now. They're throwing one deep. We got multiple guys there. That was nearly caught after he tipped it to himself. I know that we haven't forced like really a single turnover today, but the defense has played so unbelievably good, holding Cleveland to 13 points, especially after all the issues we've had with turning the ball over. It's literally unbelievable. I'm at a loss for words how good they've been. And honestly, equally as good has been Kasim Gooden. This man has been running all over Cleveland today. It's unbelievable. Like, Cleveland came in with one of the best run defenses in the league, and he says, I don't care. I genuinely don't. I don't want to get too run happy because, again, you're one-dimensional, you're predictable, but I mean, until they really show that they can stop it, we want to try to see what we can do here. Back here to the run. Well, I guess they figured out how to stop it. So we've got a big 3rd down coming up. 36-yard line, 3rd and 5. You haven't really seen much of Battle today. We're going to try him possibly here. We got Miller coming across as well, the middle. Miller is wide open. Thank God someone is finally available, and Miller's going to get a broken tackle and gets down to the 49 to keep it alive. Burrow has had some rough weeks as of late. He's still doing really well. Again, we're now seeing, I guess, kind of why he's not up for the MVP at the moment, but I still believe in Joe Burrow. He's going to be fine. And in fairness, he has faced some of the toughest defenses in the league the last couple of weeks, but he's still being resilient. And our defense is honestly holding up their end of the bargain, which is Again, monstrous force, but Kasim Gooden has been great in these last few games. Under 4 minutes to go now. Again, we're driving. Cleveland's losing that momentum, which is fantastic news. Kasim Gooden goes through the middle again, gets hit hard, but does get 5. As a team, we're closing in on 200 yards rushing against the number 8 rush defense in the league. You gotta love that. 3.5 minutes to go. Tanya back in motion. And with the run over here to the left-hand side, and what does Kasim Gooden do but get another first down? 25 big rushes for him. Gotta admit that I'm kind of genuinely scared to pass the football right now with 3 interceptions plus a fumble today for Burrow. It's been a rough day at the office for our franchise QB. Look at Gooden again. 10 more yards for 172 on the game. He's got to be close to 1,000 on the year now. He's got to be. Gooden is actually gassed right now. I mean, you can tell the man is just like, please give me a breather. So we're going to give him an opportunity to chill for a second. No. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I mean, bro, they literally got to the line so unbelievably quick. I don't even know what to do. Gooden is still gassed. Oh, my God. Okay. Streak route for him. A couple of guys going underneath. I mean, Burrow, just get a sub if you're so tired. Oh, I mean, not Burrow. I mean, Gooden. Burrow out of bounds safely. Let's go. I mean, this man is still gassed. I guess we're going to pass here. Play the pass the whole way. Gooden out of the backfield's wide open. He's in the end zone. What can he do? What can he do? This might be the MVP. Despite all the missed games, he might be the MVP. Warnings coming up, but with that touchdown and the extra point, obviously we've got an 8-point lead, meaning Cleveland has to not only score a touchdown but go for 2 and successfully convert it. That's going to be tough. Don't tell me we got another late hit in the quarterback. Please tell me it's holding.
Bet you didn't see that one coming, huh?
On who? Max Crosby. Come on now, Crosby, you're killing us. You haven't really done much today, and I would like to see the man that we're paying a whole lot of money get a couple of, you know, pressures in the QB, some sacks, something, anything from you. You go underneath, but again, we got guys ready for that. Desmond King got that tackle. That man has been balling out today. You love to see what he's doing for the squad. They're going deep. We got Jalen Reese getting mossed by Donovan Peoples-Jones. This can be happening. Come on, Jalen Reese. You're better than that. You're one of the best young corners in the league. And then, oh, you got to pick that. Where are your hands? I believe in him. I absolutely believe in him. He can get the job done. Jalen Reese, please. You go to Nick Chubb up the middle. No, we weren't prepared, and they go for it. They're going for 2 now. Our goal is to try to get a stop here. Cleveland obviously ready. Got to imagine they're going to Chubb here. They don't. They go for the quick pass, and we are just absolutely torched. We got a minute left with the ball. All of our timeouts. A field goal wins it, but I want that touchdown. I mean, let's be honest. The passing game hasn't exactly been great for us today. 3 turnovers. Burrow's thrown less than 15 times. It has been difficult, as they might say. Burrow, though, has been stretching his legs and getting big yards, though, on the ground. I'll take the 10 there. The big thing, though, is we don't want to run too much, though. Burrow gets gassed, and then, again, we're in a little bit of shambles. Got a guy coming through. Who else but Percy? Battle's going to pick up a big one. Gets us down to the 49. We're going to call our first timeout. 4 for 45 for Percy, and he used the vast majority of our catches today, which is wild. Burrow again. Watching his deep routes. He's got some guys. Throws one. We wanted him to set his feet, but he just couldn't get him planted. One incomplete pass is not the end of the world, but we're not out of this one by any stretch of the imagination. We have got to get the ball down the field and away from Myles Garrett, who is... No! What the heck just happened? Maybe against our better judgment, we called a timeout there. I honestly think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Burrow needs a play here. We're going to believe in DK, who had it and dropped it. Punted the football away. I'm going to imagine they're going to pass here. We're not 100% positive, but we'll play our guys a little bit deeper just in case they do something like that. They go with the run, though, which is a little bit more standard. Nick Chubb's going to get hit by J.C. Jackson, and we're going to go into overtime. This has been a wild game. We have had a defensive emphasis by far, and we just haven't done enough on offense to really do anything. We've hurt ourselves time and time again. The Browns get the ball first, and we're going to try our best to shut them down. I would love to see our defense come up, help out a little bit with a turnover. Forced turnover would be huge right now. Taking for Chubb again in the backfield. Feel like they're going to be pretty pass happy in overtime. They go for the dump down. Camp, though, hits him hard, and Odell does not fumble. Let's keep in mind right now that Cleveland does have literally all the momentum in the game, which, again, makes things drastically more difficult. Baker again, a heavy set. All the time in the world, but he doesn't. Max Crosby does something good and gets a sack. I mean, it literally took him till overtime, but honestly, I'm here for it. We needed a big play, and Max Crosby got it for us. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Cleveland needs something here. They go for the halfback screen. We got guys all over the field, and we get a stop, and they're going to be punting this one away. We've got the ball. A field goal wins it. I mean, a touchdown would be great, but a field goal wins it. We have to remind ourselves that. And look at Kasim Gooden already getting things going here with a big carry. If my math is correct, Kasim Gooden already has what we need, which is over 1,000 yards on the year. But we want the W. We don't just want the yards. We want a W too. And Kasim is finding all the room here to go again for another big gain, 199 on the ground. The Browns have struggled to stop the run game. They have been picking off Burrow time and time again. The pressure has been immense. You've got to get some more help at the offensive line, and Gooden nearly broke that one off for a touchdown. I mean, we saw Gooden just an episode ago go for like 28, 29 carries. He's about to eclipse 30 carries right here. That is something that is probably not what he's expecting to happen, and we just messed up by losing 2, but he's fine. Time again, though, is not on our side exactly. We're a little bit out of our guys' field goal range, so we need to not be as one-dimensional and get something big here. Drummond gets what I believe is a first down as he picks up 12. At the 23. We're in a good spot now. Driving up for more yards. Gooden is going to get what looks to be about 2. Taking all the time in right now. We got 2 timeouts left. Gooden finds an option, and Kasim Gooden is in the end zone, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to walk out of here with the W. It is a walk-off touchdown for Kasim Gooden, who ran for over 200 yards today. Some respect on the young fella's name. This was an absolutely ugly game, but hey, if we're gonna give hats off to anybody, it is 1, our defense, and 2, Kasim Gooden. Those are the people that carried us. Burrow had not his best game, and as he comes back to Ohio again, he played much better against his former team than the team that is in the northern part of the state, but whatever we had to do to win. He threw 1 touchdown, had a couple of interceptions. On the ground, he was money. In the air, we'll forget about that one for sure. Recapping the stats: Baker Mayfield, no touchdowns, no picks, 221 yards. It was an okay game for him, but a terrible game for Joe Burrow. 10 for 19, 115 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. We got to do better. Kasim Gooden had, I believe, a career high 32 rushing attempts today for 232 yards, 2 touchdowns. We see Nick Chubb get 89 on 2 touchdowns, and Burrow got in the end zone himself for 7 for 60 with 1 touchdown. The ground game for us was just way better than Cleveland, and I didn't expect that coming in. In the air, Jarvis Landry 4 for 56, Percy Battle 4 for 45. Percy Battle did get injured, which I was not aware of. We'll check the status of that shortly. Chubb 4 for 12, Odell Beckham 3 for 24, People Jones, Tanyan, all those guys got involved, but Kasim Gooden got our lonely passing touchdown, and it was towards the end. Justin Reed had, I believe, double-digit tackles in the last game. Comes out here at the 8. Another great performance for him. No picks today, but still, he played pretty well. Poyer had 6, as well as Desmond King, who was fantastic, I think, all across the field, both in the run game and the pass game. We see a sack from Cam Camp, from Matthew Ioannidis, from Max Crosby, and then a half a sack by Spiegel and by Desmond King. And then again, no interceptions today, but the defense, I felt like, was locking up the entire time. We actually can't see the extent of Percy Battle's injury right now, so we'll hopefully find that out in the next episode, and I'm just going to cross my fingers it's not a big one, because if it is, while T. Drummond can step up and he showed that he could get a really big catch there at the end of the game, he's not Percy Battle. Nobody's Percy Battle. The good news is, though, our run game is dominating. We are killing it despite some injuries to the offensive line, and if we can just get our passing game to just be good, not even great, we'll be just fine. We're still one of the best teams in the league. We are still winning against really tough teams like Cleveland. We need to make sure that 1, Percy Battle is not hurt very long, and 2, Joe Burrow can not have a game like today. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody else you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.